Good evening, Rutgers. I'm WeatherWatcher Sam Coplin here on this meteorological first day of spring, March 1st, 2019. Let's get right into this forecast as we have a busy one. Actual high was 35 degrees. Actual low was 26 degrees, so right on par with our average low, which is 26. 11 degrees below our average low, which is average high, which is 46. Record high was 66 back in 1976, and record low was 5 back in 1934. Sunrise and sunset times are down at the bottom of the screen. So now let's get to the headlines, and we have a bunch of them this weekend. Round one of snows tonight into tomorrow. It's a quick hitter, but it could be a little bit more than a nuisance with 3 to 6 inches around this area. We have round two Sunday night, which could be a little bit more impressive, a little bit slower, and more precipitation. We'll get to all of that in the future cast. And then we have a dry and cold midweek. Regardless of precipitation, you're going to be feeling cold next week for sure. Current temperatures across the state: 38 where you're seeing rain already down in Wildwood, 37 in Atlantic City, 33 in Somerville, and then 32 up in Sussex where it's going to be all snow with this one. So now we'll look at the radar right now. You can see that rain snow line moving slowly to the north, but it's really going to stop right around the New Brunswick area, and that's why we're going to be a wild card with this one, because any shift north or south of this rain snow line is going to be more snow or less snow right around here. South of that, it looks to stay all rain throughout the entirety of this short-lived event. And then north of that, you're going to be seeing the most significant snow with this one. Will be a quick hitter, but there will be a decent amount of snow. We'll get to that in the snowfall totals in a little bit. 36 down in Wildwood with the lows tonight, 34 Atlantic City, 32 right on the border here in Somerville between that rain and snow. And then 28, we're going to be seeing all snow up in Sussex across the whole Northeast, 34 in Baltimore, 31 up in New York City, and then 30 in Boston, where we could be seeing some significant snow this weekend up there. Now, Futurecast showing this storm. You can see that rain snow line dancing right on New Brunswick. South of that, it's all snow, but this rain snow line doesn't move at all. Maybe it slides south a little bit as we get a little bit colder air into 4 or 5 a.m., but by the time we're really starting to get going with this one around New Brunswick, it's moving on out. So it's going to be definitely a quick hitter. And the good news about this one is that for most of the daylight hours, you'll salvage without any precipitation. But our eyes turn to the Sunday event, which will get going pretty quickly. As clouds already moving in 11:30 a.m. Sunday, and that snow quickly overspreads the area. This model is a little bit more bullish than some other ones. Nonetheless, the idea is generally the same. You can see that heavy snow getting going, and it's going to continue with heavy rain south of that rain snow line. The rain snow line is going to be a big question with this one. This is a snapshot of 10 p.m., and this looks like it's going to keep going on into early Monday morning. So this one could be a little bit more impressive, and you'll see the NAM model will show that. So with this storm, it likes a general 3 to 5 inches. New Brunswick, Rutgers, right around 4 inches. And then north of that, same story, but south of that, we taper off pretty quickly. You could see 0.5 inches in Point Pleasant, 1.6 in Philadelphia, and then south of that, like I said, you're not going to be seeing anything with this event. Now, the little bit more impressive storm, you could see the model. Now, keep in mind, this is on top of the snow we already are seeing tonight and into tomorrow morning, but we saw around 3 to 5 inches with that one, and then we're seeing some 10 inches around Rutgers, 10 inches around Sussex, so you could expect that looks like a good 6 to 8 inches is what this particular model is saying. Again, there's a lot of question marks with this storm. How close is the storm going to be to the Jersey coast and the temperatures? But we're just giving you a heads up with this one. Let's first get through this storm. Right now, our snowfall map, this is the storm tonight into tomorrow morning. New Brunswick's the battle zone. I could see probably 2 to 3 inches in New Brunswick, and then north of that, that's where you get into the jackpot, 3 to 6. South of that, we taper off pretty quickly, 1 to 3, especially along the coast. You'd be lucky if you even see a coating with this quick hitter. Now, a look ahead tonight, 32 degrees, right around that freezing mark. You might notice those winds a little bit northeast, 10 to 15 miles per hour, rain, then going over to snow. So you could see 12 a.m. wintry mix by 4 a.m. That's probably when we're seeing the heaviest snow. 32 degrees, and then we're already tapering off by 8 a.m., 34 degrees. Now step aside as we have a busy 7-day forecast. You can see it's one storm after another. We end this storm early tomorrow. We rise up to around 40 degrees. Then by Sunday, we're already getting ready for the next event. This one's, again, another headache for us forecasters. It could be rain, Could be snow. Keep our eye on that one. 41 degrees, going to get going in the late afternoon Sunday, and then that could linger on into early Monday. We know despite the precipitation we get, we're going to be very cold behind that. 39 Tuesday, and then impressive, especially for March, 26 degrees, single digits lows, 30 degrees Thursday, and then we have another unsettled weekend in store. As always, you could catch us every 15 minutes on channel 23.1. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm Sam Coplin. Stay warm, Rutgers.